I was 14 years old, and I was left, literally, at boarding school in Switzerland.
Shirley MacLaine is the kind of name that instantly brings back an era of Hollywood that was glamorous on the surface, but chaotic underneath. Born in 1934 during the Great Depression in Richmond, Virginia, she didn't grow up with an easy childhood. Her family moved constantly. Her father was strict and emotionally distant, and her mother, an artistic drama teacher, was the one who planted the spark of performance inside her. But Shirley's first battle wasn't even with the world. It was with her own body. As a little girl, she had weak ankles, falling so often that ballet was meant to be therapy, not a dream. Yet she turned that weakness into discipline, training relentlessly, even once performing through a broken ankle like it was nothing. That stubborn grit would become her trademark for the rest of her life. By 18, Shirley was already bold enough to leave home and head straight for New York City, chasing Broadway with nothing but nerve and ambition. She started small, chorus roles, background parts, but she watched, learned, and waited for the right moment. Then fate finally cracked the door open. While understudying in The Pajama Game, she got her shot when the lead actress was injured. Shirley stepped in and stole the show. That single performance changed everything. A producer saw her, Paramount signed her, and suddenly the girl who had been dancing to fix her ankles was walking into Hollywood like she belonged there. Her rise wasn't slow, it was explosive. Hitchcock cast her in The Trouble with Harry, and even though the film wasn't a massive hit, people couldn't stop talking about her sharp, unusual presence. She wasn't the typical polished Hollywood doll. She was witty, fearless, and slightly unpredictable. Then came role after role that proved she wasn't just a lucky newcomer. By the time she starred in Some Came Running, stepping into a part once meant for Marilyn Monroe, she earned her first Oscar nomination and announced herself as a serious actress. And in The Apartment, she became unforgettable, fragile, human, heartbreakingly real. But Shirley didn't build her legacy by playing it safe. While other actresses protected their reputations, she ran straight into controversy. She took on taboo subjects like homosexuality in the children's hour at a time when Hollywood barely dared to whisper such themes. She played a prostitute in Irma La Douse and made the character funny, tender, and strangely innocent. She refused to be boxed into one type of role, and that refusal made her powerful. She didn't just want fame, she wanted control. She fought studios, demanded respect, and even won a legal case against 20th Century Fox that became a historic precedent, proving she wasn't just a performer, she was a force. And then came her peak. In terms of endearment, Shirley delivered a performance so sharp and emotional that it felt like she had poured her whole life into it. When she won the Oscar, she walked on stage and declared, "I deserve this." People laughed, but deep down, everyone knew she was right. She had survived decades of Hollywood politics, sexism, and brutal competition, and she had outlasted them all. Even later, she kept stealing scenes in films like Steel Magnolias, Postcard from the Edge, and eventually Downton Abbey, proving she didn't fade, she evolved. But what truly made Shirley MacLaine unforgettable wasn't just her career. It was the way she lived. Her marriage to Steve Parker lasted nearly 30 years, openly unconventional and stretched across continents. Her relationship with her daughter was complicated, painful, and often publicly dissected. Her love life was filled with rumored affairs, intense connections, and experiences she never apologized for. And then there was her spiritual side, her belief in reincarnation, UFOs, past lives, and the idea that reality is far bigger than what we see. Some called her brave. Others called her eccentric. But no one could ever call her boring. Even now, well into her 90s, Shirley MacLaine refuses to disappear. She writes books, appears in films, and continues speaking with the same fearless honesty that defined her entire life. She is proof that some stars aren't meant to simply entertain. They're meant to challenge the world, provoke conversation, and live without asking permission. Shirley MacLaine didn't just survive Hollywood's golden age, she rewrote the rules of it. And whether people loved her or judged her, one truth remains: there has never been anyone quite like her.